Hello, everybody. It's me again. Figured with Halloween over and Christmas starting, Nightmare Before Christmas seems like the perfect movie because you can watch it basically any time. And the good news is, if you decorate like Nightmare Before Christmas, you won't have to take your decorations down. But yep, this is this came out around the '90s, I think, around when Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff was coming out. I don't think it did that well financially, but then it exploded. Now it's a big thing, and the interesting thing is, I always loved this film as a kid, and when I watched it again, and the more I watch it, the more I begin to notice the things that make it work. So, what's the story? Of course, for what two of you that don't know it, but Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, wants to try something new because he's getting bored with how things are, and he and he finds Christmas Land, and he wants to try that, and he ends up screwing things up. It's kind of the Wreck It Ralph message of be happy with what you have, but what's unique about this film, and I think the reason that makes it work, is because everything about this film is basically like a fairy tale, more so than even a lot of other Disney fairy tales. There's nothing complex about it, really. I mean, the songs are. I mean, there's lots of great things in it, but the story and characters are very simple. But that kind of works. It's not complicated. It's a very simple story, and it really does feel like you're being read to a children's story, but a very entertaining one, because if you ask this to the biggest fans of the movie, what exactly is the characters of what exactly are their characters? What do you really know about Jack and Sally and all of them? You know simple things. They don't tell you their backstory or anything big thing. It's not Batman. But they give you enough material for you to develop a connection with them. I think it's kind of like how I always saw Snow White and Cinderella. They're not the most developed characters, but they give you enough so you're interested to see what happens to them, is how I describe it. A lot of it also is Danny Elfman's singing voice, and let me tell you, that it's actually a really good dub, because sometimes when they have a singer sing and they have someone else do the voice, it sounds off. I remember when I watched Anastasia again, I heard the dub for John Cusack, I believe, as Dimitri, and I said, "Ooh, is he dubbed by Clay Aiken?" It was such a voice difference, but this one actually they sync up pretty well. Jack and Danny Elfman doing the voice, and he has so much character actually, and also the expressions of Jack, because he has this because no matter what, he has these big expressive eyes, even though he doesn't technically have eyes. I know it's hard to describe, but I think you get the point. His eye holes are very expressive. There you go. What else to say? It looks amazing. Christmas Land is all bright and cheery. Halloween Town is dark and spooky. The atmosphere. It's a very unique film in that you will never confuse it for anything else. You're never gonna say this is Rudolph or this is Scary Godmother or anything. You're gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas. um, but and see, I think probably in my and also the songs, I should say, the songs. Do I need to say anything? I think it's sort of like one of those other Disney films that's like, is there any point in talking about the songs? They're amazing. You by this point know this is Halloween, what's this, Making Christmas and all that crap. By this point you know the songs like the back of your hand. But yeah, I think that sort of simplicity of characters and story probably, in my opinion, makes it better than Corpse Bride. Not like Corpse Bride fine, I think it's okay, but I remember with Corpse Bride, the characters weren't as expressive, and so and there were and a lot of the and there were a lot of boring, and they also were kind of boring. The characters of the villain here, they're not they're not super developed. It's not like some of Tim Burton's other films, but they are very interesting. They are interesting. Again, not the most interesting characters in Disney's history, but you want to know what's happening to them. And I think that kind of simplicity is really what makes it work, and what makes a lot of other Christmas specials work. It's simple, but that works. There's not a super ton of character, a super ton of story. It's just a simple children's story stretched out to an hour and a half, and it works well. Again, I can't say it's my favorite. Some people would, but I can say it's a film I really do like, and I like watching every now and then, especially when it gets around Christmas and Halloween. Because it's again the perfect film to put on, and I to put on because both holidays are so different, so are so different looking and everything, and I know it's just a very simple, entertaining film, and again, it's exploded. It's a big thing, and I'll say the marketing for seeing this around is infinitely more. I'd rather see this around more than Christmas Story because the Christmas Story advertising is annoying. It's kind of annoying, and I like A Christmas Story like everybody else. I'm not saying I hate it or anything or dislike it at all, but given the choice between which film I'd rather see marketed to me like hell, I prefer this. But is there anything to say about it? Not really. It's not a film where you can go on and on. It's very simple. Characters and story are simple. It looks great. The music's great. It's a film that I think everybody. And I know there are some people that when they're first watching it, I think with the hype, they're like, I'm going to get something amazing. They're expecting super adult writing or super developed characters. And then they watch it and they're like, huh. But I think you have to go with with that mindset. Sort of like going in to watch any thing like Charlie Brown or Rudolph or something. It's the main star is the holiday, but you'll get enough character and story that interest you're interested. Because again, there are plenty of other. If you want a more complex story and emotions, Tim Burton has a lot of other films like that. But I think this is one of those that you have to know what you're getting in for. And I understand that with all the marketing behind it and all this seeing Jack Skellington everywhere, you're thinking this is going to be some big thing, some major thing of adult writing and everything. And when it's not, people are like, I guess I can see that. I don't encounter that. Most people seem to love it like hell. So, but yeah, it's a very entertaining movie, and in all honesty, it's a movie I could honestly watch constantly. It's also kind of a relaxing movie. I was getting relaxed, getting very relaxed watching it, but never bored. So yeah, if you know what you're going into, I'd say I can't see anyone hating it. I can't see people going, I didn't like it as much as other people, but I think if you go in with that mindset of what you're going to get, that it's basically like a children's story, which technically it was a children's story, but if you go with that mindset, I think you'll like it fine. But if you're expecting something big like what they made in the '90s, even like Animaniacs or even Beauty and the Beast or something, you're not gonna get it. But you'll get an entertaining movie. But yeah, not much to say. I love this movie, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.